Good afternoon. Thank you all for dialing into the first and hopefully the only ever virtual award ceremony for the Blue Jay Battalion. As mentioned in my correspondence and over Discord, we will recognize the achievements of some of the superior cadets and your peers. And then I'll announce the next semester's MS4 leadership, and then I'll kind of open it up to you guys for any Q&A that you may have. Anything that I may be able to answer that I haven't answered in the past. So with that, if we do have a couple of special guests on the line right now. We also have Brigadier General Antonio Munera. He's the DCG for Cadet Command. We also have Colonel Trevor Hill. He's the 4th Brigade Brigade Commander. And then we also have Command Sergeant Major Aaron Spahl, who's the 4th Brigade Command Sergeant Major. So they've graciously given some of their time to talk to you guys a little bit today. And General Munera is actually going to give out 2 of our awards to some of our seniors. So, given that, I will now turn it over to Brigadier General Munera. Sir?
Hey, Lieutenant Colonel Pfeiffer, hey, Colonel Hill, Sergeant Major Spahl. Hey, thanks for inviting me. This is actually awesome. Probably the highlight of my day to be part of this award ceremony. To see so many of you as I scroll through all the screens here, so many cadets up here to recognize the achievements of well-deserving cadets. So thanks to the Blue Jay Battalion. Absolutely honored to be here. Looking forward to seeing, especially the MS4s graduating here shortly. And hopefully you're getting ready for exams and you are graduating shortly. And then the MS3s, 2s, and 1s when you actually get into the Army. Very proud of all of you. Thank you for deciding to join ROTC and agreeing at a very young age to come on and lead America's sons and daughters. It's truly an awesome responsibility that you're undertaking. So very proud of each and every one of you. Hey, this award ceremony is absolutely important. It's important that we recognize the individual achievements of folks for doing some great things. And I will tell you, as all the awardees will tell you, it's not just an individual effort, it's usually a group effort, and it's all of you that are on the screen here that help them out and as followers of their leadership, help them achieve those awards. And I'm honored to be able to present 2 of those great awards. So it's one of the things that you learn early as a leader in the Army, is that you got to take time to recognize those that are doing great things for you. You know, too often we're always looked, because you all, if you're not type A's, will be closet type A's when you come into the Army, and you'll always be looking at how to do things better, and quite often highlight the things that you aren't doing well, and that's naturally what units do to get better. But sometimes we don't take the time to recognize how well the units are doing and how well individuals are doing. So it's important that you always do that. And one of my mentors in his numerous rules always gave me, hey, it's 10 pats on the back for every kick in the butt. So if you take nothing else from what I tell you today, take that with you, remember it with you when you go. So with that, Lieutenant Colonel Pfeiffer, I think I'm gonna kick off the first 2 awards. Is that correct?
Yep, absolutely, sir. All you.
So, all right. So the first, so absolutely honored. So I know your dean could not be there. And so it's absolutely honored to, on behalf of your dean, to present the first award. And award. Probably what awards look like, but it's probably the coolest looking award. But this award is presented to the MS4, the particularly deserving MS4 who embodies military professionalism, leadership, physical fitness, and more importantly, the warrior ethos through the entirety of their time with the Blue Jay Battalion. And for this one, I am happy, and I'm trying to look on my screen to see where I can find Nicholas Simmons. So Nicholas, wave your hand so I can make sure I'm on the right screen. All right, I got you, I found you. All right, so for Nicholas, so congratulations. I think you all know this, but Nicholas is at the Stevenson University, degree in psychology, maintained a 4.0. I absolutely have no idea how you do that with the schools that you go to. That's absolutely awesome. To be able to do that and to balance what you do from from ROTC, led the Ranger Challenge team twice, or probably the whole time you're there, but at least twice, and twice to Sandhurst. Is that correct? Is that right, Nicholas? You can give me a head nod. I can see you.
Well, didn't lead the first time, sir, or the second. I was an XO the second time. The first time I was just a freshman at that point, but yes, competed at Sandhurst twice.
All right. Well, I bet you the whole time we're leading by example. So absolutely fantastic. Did the battalion commander thing, helped us transition, and very proud of you for the transition you all have made because of the current environment to doing things like this in the online environment to continue your education. I know you're all still getting after the PT piece. So absolutely fantastic. You're going on to be a field artillery officer. And you're going to be, now I got to make sure, so do you know the nickname of the brigade that you are going to?
The 1st BCT, sir?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the field artillery contingent is the Devil Gunners. I think they're the Devil Paratroopers or something like that, sir.
All right, you have to learn a little bit. So you'll be a devil in baggy pants, part of the 504th Parachute Infantry Regiment. So a storied regiment. So read up on the history. I was absolutely fortunate enough to spend some time with that brigade and company command in that brigade. So absolutely awesome. Lieutenant Colonel Pfeiffer, I'm not exactly sure how we're doing the exact presentation, but I'd like to recognize Nick. You go by Nicholas or Cole?
I go by Cole, sir.
All right, recognize Cole. I'm looking at your name there. Recognize Cole for the fantastic achievement. And I don't know who's presenting the saber. Do we have a saber to show him?
It's Captain Blaska. She's got it standing right there in her hands.
All right, Captain Blaska, hand it off. There it is. Everybody see it? All right. Cole received it. All right, fantastic. All right, I know everybody doesn't have their speakers on, but everybody, let me see your hands clapping. Let's give Cole a round of applause. All right, fantastic. Cole, we'll give you a couple seconds if you want to say anything.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the award. I just want to thank my shop this semester. It made my job very easy. The hard work of some of my other fours this semester, especially Cadet Hinman, Cadet Soar for mentoring me for being BC last semester. So thanks to all the fours who've helped me this semester, as well as all the 1s through 3s who have made my job pretty easy by being stellar cadets.
All right, fantastic. Congratulations again, Cole. We'll see you at Bullock shortly and see you out in the Fort Bragg falling out a perfectly good airplane very soon. And so what you need to do is get enough jumps to match your brigade commander, you know, Colonel Hill. It's only about 3,000 and something, right? Is that right, Trevor? Something like that? So that's your goal right there. And he does the easier jumps than the mass tactical jumps that the 82nd does. So, okay, congratulations, Cole. So the next award, again, this one truly is an honor to present, really because of who it was named after. And you all probably know this better than I do, but I'm going to, because I think it's such an honor, going to just read a little bit about the award, but the Grassball Award, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but Captain Jonathan Grassball, of course, commissioned out of the Blue Jay Battalion after graduating from Johns Hopkins in 2003, Army Ranger, signed to 82nd Airborne Division, and in 2007 made the ultimate sacrifice to our nation on a mission in Iraq. His vehicle was hit by a roadside bomb, which killed him and 3 others in the vehicle. And since then, the Grassball family has graciously funded a scholarship each semester for a cadet who exemplifies professionalism above and beyond, empathy, trust, integrity, and so much more. And for the spring semester, the awardee is an MS4 cadet, and she will be awarded a $3,000 check and a commemorative desk clock, which I can't wait to see. And so this year's awardee is Sarah Heineman. Sarah, where are you? There you are, Sarah. Did I pronounce your last name right?
It's Hinman, sir.
Hinman, I'm sorry.
Very
Sarah
close.
Hinman. All right. You know, my name gets butchered all the time too. So I'm sorry about that. So Sarah Hinman, so congratulations on your award. And Sarah equally is impressive. She already is earning a master's degree in public health administration. Of course, she's a part of our reserve component team, and I'm assuming going to work with the 28th Infantry Division there in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard, which is being a graduate myself of Shippensburg University. I know that area very well. I think, did I get that right? Is it 28th that you're going to? Or did I just screw that up? It's not like New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, got it. But again, she's done tons of things with the battalion, to include Battalion S3, participating in the mentorship program. She's also going to go to be a field artillery officer, and then come back, like I said, to the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. So let's do the same thing for Sarah before we hand off the clock. So big round of applause. All right, so do we have the clock to present also? Who's got that one?
We have the scholarship funds.
Oh,
The
better.
clock is still in production, but we'll get those both to you, Cadet Hammond.
All right, who cares about the check or the clock, a $3,000 check? Hey, congratulations, Sarah. Great, great work. You should be very proud. And so I'll turn the floor over to you for a few minutes.
Thank you, sir. Well, thank you, everyone in the battalion. I think we've done pretty good this year, and we've had a lot of unexpected road bumps along the way. So, thank you, MS4s, for working through all of this stuff. I know it's kind of strange to have a Discord channel for an entire battalion, but I think y'all have been doing pretty good with that in general, so thanks.
All right, that's fantastic. And Sarah, I just got to say that there was a chat text that came across in all caps that said, she's also the best mentor ever. So you probably figure out who that's from. Okay, so with that, thanks again for letting me participate. I will now take a back seat, and I think I'm turning it over. Am I turning it over to Colonel Hill or Lieutenant Colonel Pfeiffer?
I'll take it from here, sir. Thanks so much for dialing in. Your words of wisdom and your ability to present those some of the highest level awards that we have was outstanding, and we really thank you again for taking your time to chime in and give those awards and talk to our cadets for just a few minutes, especially when they feel so disconnected from everything else, ROTC and their battle buddies. And I think this venue is really this is probably the first time that they've seen each other for quite some time as a battalion. So again, thank you so much for dialing in, sir. And with that, I will actually turn it back over to Colonel Hill for some words.
Thank you, and congratulations, Cadet Simmons and Cadet Hemmon. I did listen to the 18th Airborne Corps update yesterday, and General Kurilla said they are going to be jumping out of aircraft next week. So don't think because of the perceived inaction that the Army is not getting back to work. When you get to the 82nd, there's going to be lots of jumping to do there. And really that applies for everybody. We had to shut the country down, but the Army is still working. We're just working differently. And I hope no one's going to graduate thinking that you're somehow less of a lieutenant because you got commissioned in the COVID area. If anything, you've had greater challenges, and you've had a fantastic experience on how to adapt and overcome an obstacle. If you look back in history, 1918, around when the program was starting there for the Blue Jay Battalion, those people that were commissioned in 1918 ended up leading this country through World War II. So take these challenges and put them in your toolbox moving forward. I think you're already doing a great job staying fit. I'm sure you're reading a lot. Start prepping for your transition as you graduate here. Imagine the time you're going to have when you don't have academics. You're going to be able to pour that amount of time into your Army career, into reading all the publications, regulations, and showing up to BOLIC knowing everything that's going on there. Also start thinking about money planning. Tons of Americans right now are realizing what happens when you don't save some money for a rainy day. You're going from being a college student, very tough money-wise, to be getting paid, I think, $58,000 a year, thereabouts, as a second lieutenant. Don't think it's going to be taking a treasure bath every day. Put some of that away. Look into what the thrift savings plan is. Max that thing out, and make sure you plan for a rainy day. As you show up to BOLIC, be humble, be in a learning mode, and be flexible. Other than that, thank you for inviting me to this. I love watching award ceremonies. I'm not on the receiving end receiving end of them too often, but I do like to watch people get recognized for excellence. So thank you.
Thank you again. General Munera and Colonel Hill for attending today's award ceremony. And yep, absolutely. The piece on financial preparation is definitely something that most of us aren't really talking about too much right now. So we'll kind of start shifting over to the actual award ceremony. But first, just give me a minute to pontificate like I typically do when I get you guys in kind of a closed setting. So I recently just finished General Mattis's book called Call Sign Chaos. And after the attacks on 9/11, he was asked to put together a team of Marines and help lead the charge in Afghanistan. And he was really excited for this opportunity to do something special. And when he wrote about it in his book, he cited a quote from Winston Churchill. And it said, "To each there comes in their lifetime a special moment when they're figuratively tapped on the shoulder and offered a chance to do a very special thing, unique to them and fitted to their talents. What a tragedy if that moment finds them unprepared or unqualified for that which could have been their finest hour." So certainly our current situation does not feel like the special moment that Churchill and Mattis are referencing, but General Mattis continues on saying that to do a very special thing means mastering your chosen vocation. So you are ready when opportunity knocks. And as a U.S. Army cadet, you've chosen a vocation which calls you to lead, yet follow orders. To pursue an operation with violence of action and tenacity, yet illustrate compassion and empathy. And to make life and death decisions, or at least decisions that directly impact another person's life, yet you're also told to build teams and show humility. But to do all those things well, you must train, you must grow, and you gotta reflect. And you must tackle each challenge regardless of its size of complexity or complexity, and with the same level of ambition and vigor that you do when completing a battle drill or PT. And to do that, you also have to be resilient. And for some of you, our current predicament may be one of the most challenging and stressful situations you've had to endure for a long time. I mean, like right after moving out of your parents' house and attending college and then moving back in. Right? But how are you handling this stress? How are you encouraging yourself and your peers to overcome those setbacks and master your classes, improve your physical fitness, or refine your leadership tactics? Have you reached out to a buddy to ask how they're doing? How are you overcoming today's challenges to help begin to master your trade as a leader, so that if a time comes, or if a situation much more daunting than what we're expecting or what we're experiencing, when you are so that you're prepared when called upon to serve. So in the words of a life-changing speaker and author, Steve Maraboli, life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient. So take our current situation as an opportunity to grow and foster your resiliency. So, okay, so I'll get off my speech platform and I'll continue on with the awards ceremony by recognizing a couple of additional MS4 cadets for their demonstrated mettle and leadership capabilities over the year and years, right? And I will recognize the MS4s, and each MS instructor will recognize cadets from their class. First and foremost, most of you are aware that the Cadet Command recognizes the top 20% of all commissioning cadets, and those are recognized as distinguished military graduates. And for the commissioning class this year, we actually had 3 of them. So huge congratulations to cadets Joel Dorset, Matthew Lee, and Cole Simmons. So all 3 of them were recognized as distinguished military graduates for their commissioning cohort. So that's amazing work. Can you guys just kind of show yourselves real quick? Yep, there you go, McGowan. Big round of applause for all of them. So kudos to you guys for your hard work and your endurance through all of this. Additionally, we also have a Cadet Command Superior Cadet Award, and this award goes to an MS4 cadet who has kind of stood out as someone who is in the front of their peers all the time, someone who is consistently evolving themselves and working to evolve and change and improve and grow our battalion on multiple facets. And I cannot say enough about the awardee for this one. He's an outstanding cadet When I first met him, he was this shy, timid cadet who still acted like the specialist that he was when he came into our program. And he is now growing into an extremely confident cadet who is ready to commission and take the reins of an infantry platoon. And I have no doubt that he will do exceptional things. And the award for this one goes to Cadet Logan Kostick. So even though you can't find a comb, maybe when you're a lieutenant, you can afford one then.
My apologies, ma'am. Still this bad? Sorry for my washing machine going crazy. Thank you, ma'am. I've definitely tried to improve on everything, leadership wise. Definitely can't wait till COVID-19 is done. So. Yep.
Well, congratulations. Well earned, Logan. All right, and I have one more award, and it's the George C. Meade chapter for MOWW, and that is Military Officers World Wars. And this cadet, he doesn't actually get a pin or a medal. He's going to be awarded with a perpetual membership in the order of MOWW. And this cadet, he's just one of those all-around awesome people. He's a quiet professional. You guys will hear that term often in your careers. He's the guy that kind of sits in the background, but he'll work his butt off for you. And if he wasn't around, the little things probably just wouldn't get done. For the MS3s that are here right now, you probably know him because he was riding right there in your ranks, even though he was an MS4. He did amazing things for the UMBC track team. I know he ran, I can't remember which distance he used to run, but he also used to run hurdles. He's a beast when it comes out there on the track. So I hope he's online here, but that award this year is going to go to Cadet Kyle Culp. So congratulations, Kyle.
Thank you.
Quite the goatee there, guy.
Say again?
Quite the goatee.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
The quarantine hair.
Yep. Well, I have an application for you, and you'll be awarded with a perpetual membership in the order. So congratulations for all of your achievements and accomplishments this year. So with that, I will now hand it over to Master Sergeant Stevens, who is going to announce the MS3 awardees.
All right, thanks, ma'am. So I've got 4 awardees, and I guess I'll start out with Cadet Reddy. So he's aspiring to be a physical therapist. Right now he's majoring in health administration and public policy at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. He currently sports an impressive 3.8 GPA and a strong leadership presence. He's a simultaneous membership program soldier in the 378th Medical Detachment with the Army Reserves and is working toward registering as a EMT. His inclination to help others is reflected in his ROTC coursework as he frequently creates study guides and establishes study sessions for the group, utilizes his experience as a soldier to enhance his fellow cadets, and volunteers for numerous events to strengthen ties with the community. He's exemplified his leadership attribute of being a soldier by participating in the annual Norwegian Foot March, strengthening our relationship with our NATO counterparts. And believe it or not, he braved 18.6 miles through the cold, wet, and limited visibility conditions and had an impressive completion time of 4 hours and 16 minutes. He volunteered to serve as a member of the Color Guard during the Veterans Day Memorial Day at Johns Hopkins Hospital, receiving praise from the hospital staff for his professional demeanor. His moral character and exceptional leadership attributes have earned him the following awards: the Military Officers Association of American Award and the Fort George G. Meade chapter of the Military Order of World Wars Medal. So congratulations to Cadet Reddy.
Thank you, Master Sergeant, and thank you everyone for attending the award ceremony today. And just be safe, and my advice to future leaders, just be a team player. All right, thank you.
All right, so the next we'll move on to Cadet Halbrick. He also attends the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and is majoring in computer science. He's one of our green to gold cadets and has brought his leadership and 10 years of enlisted experience to the program. He has a history of dedicating his time and efforts to achieving high caliber results. And this includes winning the 2018 Army Cyber Skills Challenge. And just to put it in context, no, this is not the same as the Army Cyber Awareness Challenge that most of us Green Suiters take annually. He was also one of the 50 participants nationwide to complete in the 2019 NSA Codebreaker Challenge, and he holds multiple technical certifications within that cyber field. He consistently helped other cadets with various techniques and training plans, expertly led a platoon during a raid, and volunteered to support last semester's commissioning ceremony, which was executed flawlessly. In keeping with his leadership ability and commitment to the betterment of the ROTC program, he's receiving the Superior Cadet Award. So congratulations, Alfred. Dion?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, totally unexpected. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's really an honor to be part of the Blue Jay Battalion. I've enjoyed every second of it. Really looking forward to going into the MS4 year and really contributing as much as I can. Thank you very much.
All right, well deserved. All right, so the next one I have is Cadet Melendez, and he's also another attendee of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and is majoring in mechanical engineering. He's aspiring to be in the aviation branch, and he is the top student of his ROTC class, demonstrating incredible knowledge of military tactics. He exemplifies the leadership competency of leads by mentoring other cadets to achieve the same high standard, to include offering marksmanship training through coordination of a civilian range during his free time, which also demonstrates that sub-component of extending influence beyond the ROTC realm. In keeping with his professionalism and willingness to help others, Cadet Melendez is receiving the Honor Certificate Award and Ribbon for his achievements in leadership and academics. So congratulations, Melendez.
Thank you, Master Sergeant. Thank you, everybody. I know we're in a very troubled time right now, but we'll be stronger when we come back.
All right. Again, congratulations. And then we move on to the last one, Cadet Chen. He attends the Johns Hopkins University and is majoring in mathematical science and engineering with an impressive 3.7 GPA. He's been a member of the battalion's Ranger Challenge team for 3 years and was instrumental in the team's success, as was evident with the participation at the Sandhurst competition last year. Cadet Chen immerses himself in volunteer work, which strengthens our program's relationship with the local community and even other countries. These include serving on multiple color guard and Pershing rifle events, praised by multiple general officers for his professionalism, participating in the grueling Norwegian foot march, strengthening ties again with our NATO counterparts, and finishing with the 18.6 mile road march in 3 hours and 54 minutes. Now, to put this into perspective for everyone, the Army standard to complete 12 miles is 4 hours, and he completed the 18.6, so an additional 6.6 miles in under 4 hours, in 3 hours and 54 minutes. So that's really impressive. He also taught English classes in Thailand and was praised by the Thailand mission commander for an essay he wrote on culture. And while he was over there, he ranked first among his team. Therefore, his commitment to the ROTC program and is being recognized today with the awarding of the Sons of the American Revolution, which also includes a $100 US savings bond. So congratulations and well-deserved.
Thank you, Master Sergeant Stevens, for that great honor. I hope everyone stays safe, and I hope we can all see each other again the fall semester.
So I'll be followed by Captain Blaska.
All right, thank you, Master Sergeant, and hello to the Blue Jay Battalion. It's good to see everybody. It's been a while. So I have 5 awards to give today to the MS2 class. Very proud of this class and happy to recognize these individuals. The first individual that I would like to recognize is for the General Society of the War of 1812. This is for being the top 20% of their class and rank in the top 10% of ROTC studies in armed forces, while also demonstrating and encouraging the ideals of Americanism by deed and conduct. This individual continues to push himself. He will push himself harder than anybody else can, and he'll also push those around him. So I'd like to recognize Cadet Caleb Levery.
Thank you, ma'am. It's an honor. I'm very proud to be thought of that highly.
All right, everybody. Round of applause for Cadet Levery. I know he'll continue to do great things as an MS3 next year. The next award I have to give is the USA Spirit Award, and this is presented to a cadet who is in the top 10% of their ROTC class and top 20% of their academic class, and he has demonstrated unwavering commitment, selfless service, exceptional loyalty to the advancement of the Blue Jay Battalion, and whose leadership has greatly contributed to the advancing the standing of the military science department in Johns Hopkins. And this individual always blows me away with the amount of knowledge that he has, pushes himself to understand tactics and just be a good example for anybody in the battalion. So Cadet Matthew Wynn, present you with the USA Spirit Award, which comes with a lovely Gerber.
Thank you, ma'am.
Man of many words. The next award I have is the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution. This is awarded to a cadet who is active in campus activities, athletics, and demonstrates outstanding leadership. Cadet Grace Chafee is a critical member of the Stevenson beach volleyball team, and she's doing great things for the battalion and will continue to do so as we go into the MS3 year.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone, for your support and encouragement.
All right. The next award I have is the Major General George G. Meade Chapter of the Military Order of World Wars. This is the Silver Award, and this is for a cadet who has outstanding accomplishments and service to the ROTC unit. And he's continually looked upon by the MS3s for support in those supporting roles during labs and just all around motivational to the rest of the Blue Jay Battalion. So for this award is presented to Cadet Alexander Viato.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to everyone else in the battalion. I have a lot of good mentors and people who give me a lot of good tips on what to do in those leadership positions. So thank you all.
Okay, and the last award that I have to present is the Superior MS2 Cadet. This is awarded to the outstanding ROTC cadet for the MS2 class, demonstrating exemplary leadership and abilities. This individual would take the late shuttle with me to lab and would make sure to take out the Ranger handbook, go over whichever lane we were going to be going through that day, and coach and mentor those who are also on that shuttle with me. And he just continually pushes himself. He's very involved in the university, and again, will also do outstanding things next year. And this is presented to Cadet Elijah Eaton.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm really excited for the next 2 years and everything that it will bring us and everything that we can bring to it.
Fantastic. Well, I've had a great group of MS2s this year, and like I mentioned, I just can't wait to see what they can do next year when thrown into those leadership positions. So really excited for that. Just continue to stay safe throughout the summer, come back all healthy and ready to train, and that's all I have. I'll pass it over to Sergeant First Class Stoner.
All right, thank you, ma'am. So as the MS1 instructor for this semester, I didn't get a full year with you guys, but I think through this semester, I definitely got enough exposure to you to understand a little bit about each one of you. And I have 2 awards to present. The first being the Cadet Command Superior Award, and that's going to go to Cadet Thomas Pate. While you may not have expected anything like this, because I don't know, because you may not feel that you were at the same level as the rest of your class, I can guarantee you were above your class, both in physical fitness and academic performance. So congratulations, and what do you have to say?
Thank you very much, Sergeant. I'm grateful for this award, and I'm very glad that I was able to achieve it. And I thank everyone around me who was able to help me achieve it.
All right, great. And the next one is for the Military Order of World Wars, the Fort George G. Meade chapter, and that's going to go to Cadet Julian Cha, one of the very few Stevenson cadets. Hopefully this was unexpected. I like to kind of surprise the cadets with this stuff, because I don't look at just academic performance. Sure, there's metrics that we all set for our expectations, but I like to look at the entire, the whole soldier, you know, what it is everything they bring in presents. And that's not just academics or their physical fitness. Yes, those go into it, but I look at everything and what it is that those cadets bring in. So Cadet Cha, congratulations, and the floor is yours.
You might want to mute so we don't get like the echo. All right, I'm muted. Hello? Turn on your, hello? Okay, it's good.
Yeah, you and your brother shouldn't sit
Thank
right
you,
next to each
Sergeant,
other
for
while you're doing
starting.
that.
I'd also like to thank everyone else who helped me, especially transition from the fall to the spring and learn all sorts of new crazy things in ROTC. Thank you.
All right, well, with that, I will turn it over to Command Sergeant Major Spahl. Sergeant Major.
Hey, Sergeant Stoner, thank you very much for the work that you're doing there, and turning it over to me. Hey, listen, I just want to address really quick something that the DCG said in the very beginning about folks that are destined to move into the storied ranks of the paratroops. When we're talking about our brothers and sisters in blue over in the U.S. Air Force, there is no such thing as a perfectly good airplane. But number one, thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it very, very much. I absolutely love to be here and listen to this and watch you guys be rewarded in public amongst your peers to recognize the things that you're doing every single day, and the level of commitment and work ethic that goes into being in the positions that you are to get these awards. So thank you very, very much, and congratulations. I want to say to everybody out here that's commissioning this year, Mission Set 20, hey, congratulations. Good luck out there. The total force needs you. Second lieutenants get a lot of crap out there, and it's generally unwarranted, and it's an unfortunate truth of the U.S. Army that everybody, you know, there's all those second lieutenant jokes. Most of them are absolutely unwarranted and out of bounds. The force needs you, and they are anxious for you to get out there. So congratulations and good luck. To everybody else that's sitting here, the MS3s that are going into that the critical MS4 year. Good luck. Take everything that you've learned from this point and apply it against the finishing school that is the MS 401 and 402. And good luck to you. To the program at large. Understand that this operating environment that we're in right now, contrary to a lot of folks' attitudes, is not a handicap. Decades and decades of trial and error and adjustments and AARs and adjustments and execution, AAR adjustment, have led to what ROTC looks like right now. Decades of experience. There are folks out there that are saying, well, now it's all online. What are we doing? How is this going to work? This isn't what it's supposed to look like. Hey, listen, this is not a handicap. You are in fact getting advantaged. This is an early look for you at what the Army is all about and how it operates. Operating in an ambiguous environment against an enemy that you don't know where it is, where its composition, disposition, and strength. Whether that enemy is the COVID-19 disease itself, whether it's the location of the objective for how you're going to do cadet OERs at the end, but taking that, operating in that ambiguous environment, and accomplishing the mission at the end. The Army will always find a way to figure it out and make this happen. So don't think of this as any sort of handicap. This is actually an advantage as you get an advanced look on what the Army is all about. Hey, I just want to thank you for your flexibility, resilience, ingenuity. There are some cadets doing absolutely amazing things. They're leveraging technology to assist your cadre in delivering the content of ROTC to the best of their ability. I want to thank both the cadets and the cadre for the excellent work that they are doing. Please remember, all the cadets that are hearing my voice, you are the top 1% of students at your school or university. Never forget that, and we are very proud of you. Other than that, I will thank you for inviting me, and I will turn it back over to Colonel Piper.
Sergeant Major, thank you so much for those awesome words, and to all the cadets who were just recognized for your outstanding achievements. I certainly applaud you. It was not easy to make those decisions because there are so many of you that are doing absolutely outstanding things, and those that were recognized certainly couldn't have done it without the peers that they have, without the friends, without that person that's willing to kind of cover down for them or provide that last bit of information. So congratulations to all of you. I know I had a big, huge smile on my face the whole time. So before I kind of announce the next semester's leadership, I just kind of want to briefly acknowledge the current MS4 leaderships that you have this year. So during your MS1 through 3 years, we sort of train you on that individual leadership TTPs and how to organize a squad or a platoon in order to achieve success against kind of an identifiable threat or objective. But really, once you reach that MS4 year, you probably feel really confident in your capabilities and your skills. However, once you get to me, I'm going to shake your confidence. You're going to get really frustrated. You're going to get frustrated with yourself. You're going to get frustrated with your peers because you're no longer asked to just lead a platoon. I'm asking you to help me lead this battalion with complex situations, and I'm going to ask you to do this as a team, and you have to do it as a team. So once I announce the team leaders or the team leadership for the fall, please get with the current set of fours, ask them how it was done, get that level of insight, get those TTPs from them, how to help work as a team, because you can no longer do these things by yourself. The fall leadership, it always starts off with so much frustration and confusion. You're asked to juggle multiple requirements with ROTC and your academics and anything else that you may have. And you're going to seem like you have never-ending deadlines. Initially, you're going to still want to tend to work as an individual, but slowly you kind of begin working as a team, and respect between you guys begins to increase. The communication up, down, and lateral increases, and your achievements slowly become more identifiable. And then by the spring semester, your metamorphosis is complete. You start working like a well-oiled machine, and it's truly one of the most satisfying transformations that I witness in ROTC. Okay, so here goes. So for the fall, Cadet Simmons, you will be replaced by Cadet Jonathan Halbrick. Amalo, you're going to be replaced by Cadet Christian Melendez, and I understand that your mom's a first sergeant, so I'm sure she'll be quite proud that you were selected for this position. For the XO, Cadet Lee, you're going to be replaced by Cadet Okacheku. Who is my S1? O'Connor? Was it O'Connor? You're going to be replaced by Cadet
Bellamy.
Bellamy. That's right. O'Connor was my fall semester. Cadet Bellamy, you're going to be replaced by Cadet Amber Zern. Cadet Spain, you're going to be replaced by Cadet Tanzania Guest. My S3 for this semester is going to be Cadet Luke McGowan. Cadet Amanda Maldonado, you're going to be my new S4, so make sure you get with Davidovich. For the PAO, Cadet Kang. And then recall, we made a big change in the spring semester that we're actually going to have 2 physical training officers. And this semester, for the fall semester, it's going to be Cadet Michael Wang. You're going to take on all those specials. And Cadet Laura Korb, you're going to be the Battalion PT Program Coordinator. So give a quick silent round of applause to all the incoming MS4s and all the roles and responsibilities. And again, we went round and round with this, and I thought we had the solution. And then, I kind of started doing a little bit more, pondering and thinking about it, which is always scary. And I came back on Monday and I was like, no, guys, I really think I want to change it all up. So again, it was well-deserved. There was a lot of debate on, how we were going to take this battalion from where we are now and kind of make sure that that trajectory continues to go in an upward path. So, so that is really kind of the formal part of the award ceremony and announcing that fall leadership. So right now I'm just going to take, the next 5 or 10 minutes or as long as you kind of need. If you have any kind of questions for me, anything that I haven't kind of already pushed out in either emails or a blast on Discord, if you have any questions of me, I believe General Munera is still on the line, Colonel Hill, Sergeant Major Spahl. So if you got anything, feel free to chime in real quick before we kind of wrap up the rest of the award ceremony.
Excuse me, Lieutenant Colonel Pfeiffer.
Yes.
I was curious about the military history course happening over the summer. I was wondering, do we know what time it'll be or what day it'll be?
So for the military, for those of you that are opting to take the fall military history course over the summer, we don't have a hardcore start time yet because a lot of that decision is going to be based on what the requirements are going to be for cadet summer training. If we're going to have advanced camp or basic camp, what the cadre requirements are going to look like. And because all of that is still kind of hanging out there for the decision to really kind of go up the chain of command and then start coming back down, we don't know when it's going to specifically start. But I know Captain Rennick has adjusted the curriculum to make sure it can fit within a summer course and that it can be delivered to you virtually. The one big thing we're not sure we're going to do is if it's going to be a virtual staff ride over the summer or if we'll still have a in-person staff ride if the COVID restrictions start to become lifted. Then we'll definitely look at an option for you to get out to Gettysburg, to get out to Chancellorsville or whatever it is. But it we still plan on having it. It'll just shift left or right depending on whatever that ultimate decision looks like from the CG on how they're going to accomplish CST requirements.
Hey, Lieutenant Colonel Pfeiffer, I'm still hanging around. So let me jump in there real quick on the cadet summer training because I know all the MS3s are waiting for that decision, as are the CG and I. So as you can imagine, so cadet summer training, that were here last year, they've heard us talk about this, but the largest exercise we do every year in the Army. So 10,000 cadets plus all the cadre that come in, plus all the folks from ForceCon that help us run it. And so it's a very big decision, and it's not the CG's decision. It's the decision of the Sec Army and the Chief of Staff of the Army. So CG has been up there. We've provided 3 different briefings, and as you can imagine, Sec Army's got a lot on his plate, and so they are still considering all the different options. It looks like we are going back again on Monday to talk about this to the Secretary of the Army again. And so maybe we will have a decision by Monday, but we've gone through a series of decisions. And I think you are probably tracking the courses of action because we're working on every different contingency there is possible. Course of action doing something still here that would be truncated and very small and may not be everybody. So that's still on the table to, if some reason it doesn't get accomplished here at Fort Knox, then we will change curriculum throughout next year. So MS3s who become MS4s will be doing more of the MS3 type curriculum that they missed through cadet summer training, and doing it across campus with a backstop of maybe some additional summer training that will be delivered to you after you commission as lieutenants to make sure you're ready for your bullocks. And if we do it that way, your training on campus may be a little bit different than your predecessors, which it probably will be anyway. And then whatever we deliver to you next year, after you become lieutenants, before you go to Bullock, could be something where you come here for a little bit, or it could be, just something that your Bullocks add on to their course at the front end. Make sure you get the sets and reps on whatever the things are that you may have missed. So all those contingencies are out there. Colonel Hill, your PMS, they're working hard on what all the different options will be. So at the end of the day, MS3s, regardless of what it's going to look like, you will be ready to be lieutenants when you come into your Army. But I just ask your patience just to let you know that's really where the decision is, because it is that big a deal. There's nothing more important than making sure that you are ready to be lieutenants and our leaders in our Army, to the Sec Army and the Chief of Staff of the Army. So they're taking their time with the decision. So more to follow. We may get more Monday, or we may still be waiting a little bit. So just want to jump in there and let you know where we are at. Over.
Thank you so much, Brigadier General Munera, for providing that level of insight. I know, I'm sure my cadets believe everything I put out, but hearing it from the top down probably helps give that level of confidence that I really am giving them the best and most recent information as I get it. So we do push out those weekly updates. So are there any other questions before we kind of wrap up our award ceremony here? All right, well, again, I just want to say, give a huge thank you to General Munera, to Colonel Hill, Command Sergeant Major Spahl for taking your time. I know you guys are super busy, but thank you for taking your time to chime in, to issue some of our awards to some of our most deserving cadets, and for helping give a little bit more insight to kind of the craziness that we're in right now. I know I really appreciate it, and I'm sure these cadets really appreciate it, and the leadership and mentorship that you're giving is something that will probably stick with them for years to come. So thank you again so much. Blue Jays, you look great. Thanks for representing. Thanks for coming out. It was good checking up and chatting with some of you guys in the beginning. Again, if you guys have any questions of me, feel free to hit me up on Discord, send me an email, whatever it may be, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right. With that, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Good luck with the rest of your semester finals. Keep rocking on. Join the Zoom. Join Cadets Caustic's Core Crusher workouts, and hang in there. All right. Stay resilient, and we'll see you in the fall.